Most people think they know the Great Wall of China, a single, endless wall, built by one emperor so big it can be seen from space. But that's mostly myth. The wall isn't one wall, it wasn't built by one ruler, and you definitely can't see it from the moon. In fact, the real story of the Great Wall is stranger, older, and more fascinating than any legend. Because in recent years, archaeologists armed with satellites, drones, and even AI have uncovered hidden secrets buried in the wall's stones and soils. Secrets that rewrite history, reveal forgotten worlds, and even show that this ancient monument is alive in ways no one expected. So let's step onto the ramparts and explore the secrets of the Great Wall of China. When we think of the Great Wall's origins, most imagine Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, in the 3rd century BCE. He did order walls connected and reinforced, but discoveries show the story starts much earlier. In Shandong province, archaeologists digging through layers of soil uncovered an ancient stretch of wall, compacted earth more than stone. Using modern dating techniques, they traced it back not to Qin, but to the Western Zhou dynasty, nearly 3,000 years ago. That's about 3 centuries earlier than we once believed. This wasn't the same Great Wall we picture today, but it proves the idea of fortifying borders was alive long before the first emperor. Multiple states built their own defenses, each adapted to local needs. And here lies the wall's first secret: it's not a single creation. It's a tradition, passed through centuries, long before the name Great Wall ever existed. For centuries, travelers across the Gobi Desert noticed strange ridges stretching for miles. Locals shrugged them off as natural formations, but modern satellite images told a different story. Those ridges aligned too perfectly, too straight. When teams arrived on the ground with drones, they confirmed the truth. Massive walls and trenches extending hundreds of kilometers into Mongolia. This so-called Mongolian Arc or Gobi Wall is astonishing. Fortifications far beyond what we imagined the wall to be. But here's the real twist. They may not have been built just for defense. Some archaeologists believe they were used to control movement, guiding caravans, monitoring nomadic tribes, even managing trade routes across the steppe. So instead of one great wall protecting China from outsiders, there may have been many walls, reshaping life for everyone on both sides. Much of the wall has crumbled under centuries of wind and rain. Entire sections look like nothing more than grassy ridges. But when researchers sent drones with LiDAR, a laser mapping system that sees beneath vegetation, they found something extraordinary. Footprints of towers that no one alive had ever seen. Hidden under soil were the remains of beacon towers, positioned to send smoke signals by day and fire by night. These rediscovered chains proved that the wall's communication system stretched farther and worked faster than historians ever realized. Think of it, messages traveling hundreds of kilometers in a single day, across mountains and deserts, centuries before telegraphs or telephones. The wall wasn't just a barrier, it was a high-speed information highway of the ancient world. Here's perhaps the strangest secret of all. Parts of the wall, especially those built of earth rather than stone, are covered by what looks like nothing more than a greenish-brown crust. For years, conservationists brushed it away, thinking it damaged the wall. But recent studies revealed the truth. This is biological soil crust, a living skin of mosses, lichens, and microbes, and it's protecting the wall. These tiny organisms bind the soil together, harden its surface, and shield it from erosion. In tests, sections with this crust were stronger, more resistant to wind and rain than bare walls. So the Great Wall has silent guardians, not soldiers, but living mats of life, defending it across centuries. Of course, even with natural guardians, the wall faces enormous challenges today. Storms and erosion steadily wear it down. Farmers sometimes dismantle stretches for bricks or farmland. Roads and construction slice through ancient passes. And ironically, tourism both protects and threatens it. Crowds bring money, but also wear away fragile stones. With the wall stretching over 20,000 kilometers in fragments, how can anyone hope to preserve it all? This is where modern solutions come in. AI programs now scan images of the wall to spot damage, cracks, and collapses automatically. helping conservationists decide where to act first. Drones map remote sections no human team could reach on foot, and perhaps most importantly, local communities are becoming guardians, guiding tourists responsibly and watching over nearby ruins. And remember that living skin, scientists now argue we must protect it. Sometimes preserving the wall means preserving the ecosystems that cling to it. So what do these secrets tell us? That the wall is far older than we believed, born not of one emperor's ambition, but centuries of shared necessity, that it was never only one wall, but many, stretching even into Mongolia, shaping trade, control and culture, that it wasn't just stone and earth but towers and signals, a communication network pulsing with life, that it isn't merely a ruin but a living thing, with moss and microbes as its guardians, and that its survival today depends not just on history but on us, the choices we make to protect it. The Great Wall is often called the only man-made structure visible from space, a myth. But the truth is greater. The wall is visible not in the sky but in the stories it still tells, in the mysteries we're still uncovering, and in the way it continues to shape our imagination. It is not just a wall, it is a legacy, and it still has secrets left to reveal. Thanks for watching. If you find this video intriguing, subscribe to discover more with Hugo Long.